Hello, everybody. I apologize about yesterday. There was a very short issue with our website, but it was rectified pretty quickly. But I already made the video, and to be honest with you, I didn't have a whole lot of faith in yesterday's rally attempt, and following today, you now know why. So, if you read the commentary in the new positions page, you know how I stood going into today. But let's go ahead and start it off with the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, after retaking its 250-day moving average, has immediately retaken to the downside the 50-day moving average on heavier volume. What's even worse for the NASDAQ right now is that the open yesterday was 50.33, the close today was 50.02, thus erasing all of the gains put in intraday following the Fed announcement. And I, once again, don't know how that's bullish, but this market has confounded me as of what's crazy, December. It's just absolutely crazy that basically from the beginning of December to now, the drawdown in my account is almost like this move in August, and not really, but it's what it feels like. So this move in August was nothing compared to this. And I tell you what, when you have a little move like this feel like this move here, it's probably indicative that while your methodology got a lot of false signals, that there might be something a little bit more wrong with the market than your methodology overall. So don't take it too seriously. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to realize that that's the situation we're in. But the move by the NASDAQ keeps it under neutral condition, but man, oh man, another move back below the 200-day moving average on above average volume, especially if it's a distribution day on Friday or Monday, Tuesday. We're switching back to a sell signal that should be expected under this kind of volatile market environment. S&P 500, same thing. It's not a switch back to sell signal. We'll probably go ahead and wait for further confirmation. I want to see follow through one day or the other, but it should be no surprise to everybody that another V-shaped move is meeting its inevitable death. So we'll see how it plays out, but overall it doesn't look too good. The New York Stock Exchange looks absolutely terrible. And let's not forget, everybody, that the Dow Jones Industrial Average also looks very similar to S&P 500. The constant V-shaped moves on basically no volume and the above average volume selling that has been prevalent ever since our 2009 rally actually started continues. But the Dow Jones Industrial Average, while it looks weak, is nothing compared. Ooh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Is nothing compared to the Dow Jones Transportation Average. And I want to remind everybody, I do believe that I can't remember if this move right here switched us to a sell signal or if this move switched us to a sell signal in the Dow Jones Transportation Average. But what should be noted is that ever since the DJT switched to a sell signal around this area here, May, you got to look at the old posts. I have to go back to May and actually look when this switched. But it hasn't had a single switch out of the sell signal the entire time. It's trended below its 200-day moving average. It's never been able to mount higher highs as this level right here. Never retook this late June move. You can see that this rally back here was never on any impressive volume. And you can see this price move here, this top here, never took out these July highs. And now we're back below the 50-day moving average. But if this was the sell date, you will see that the Dow Jones Transportation Average has declined 11% since that signal and has not once gone neutral. So what will be interesting to see is that the Russell 2000 has that now similar kind of weakness look to it. And remember, whenever the NASDAQ, S&P 500, and Dow Jones Industrial Average switch to a neutral signal, the Russell 2000 and Dow Jones Transportation Average are remaining under a sell signal, along with the NYSE. So these indexes, NYSE, the Russell 2000, oh my God, the Russell 2000 and the Dow Jones Transportation Average look continuously very weak, and until the Dow Jones Transportation Average and the Russell 2000 gets out of its sell signal, I really doubt that any move by the market on the upside is going to be sustainable, because you want to see transportation stocks, which moves all the shit around, and you want to see small caps lead big caps. But for now, everything looks wrong. And if we go look at the, God, there it is, thank God, the advanced decline line, you can see here that on this market rally attempt off this recent December lows, we see no significant divergence, where advanced decline line is above, the most recent high, but stocks are lower, showing positive divergence. Instead, the advanced decline line continues to look extremely sick. Sorry that the 50-200-day moving average isn't on here. Let's see if I can't do that really quick. Oh, yep. Let's do that, and let's do 50 right here. Sure, let's make it purple, whatever. So you can see that until the advanced decline line really gets back above that 50-day moving average and shows positive divergence with higher highs and higher lows, it's going to be really hard to think with the way the Russell 2000 Dow Jones Transportation Average looks that we're going to get any serious move to the upside even going into the end of the year. Santa Claus, I just don't think is coming to town. Which overall goes to my thesis that I believe that a broader, longer-term market top is beginning to, it's starting to present itself underway. I believe maybe here in July and November, December, where it's going to be part of a long topping process. But if you're looking for more short-term action, if you look at the NASDAQ, you can see on a momentum oscillators, MACD, not going in the right direction. TSV, yeah, it's slightly trending up, but there's no major divergences, and there's no confirmation MACD, so one indicator isn't going to work. And if you look at stochastics and RSI, the downtrend is clearly in place. There's no positive divergence. So TSV isn't good enough to change my opinion on the overall market. And if we look at the S&P 500, you can see TSV looks pretty weak there. It's just going sideways. MACD is continuing down. Stochastics, RSI is continuing down, so there's no reprieve there for that index. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, similar situation. TSV is quite ugly. MACD is ugly. Stochastics is ugly. RSI is ugly. Now we go look at the Dow Jones Industrial or Transportation Average. TSV, Jesus Christ. MACD, holy shit. Stochastics and RSI, nothing. So there's just nothing to even indicate that a short-term momentum bounce following the Fed even wants to occur. And then ending it with the Russell 2000 here, look at stochastics on the bottom, ugly. There's no positive divergence anywhere. Oh, but higher lows. Well, it doesn't really matter until you coil up, and then you still want to see higher highs. And my God, how are you going to see that with the big peak up here? And then the RSI is still trending down. And then TSV looks pretty terrible to me. MACD looks pretty terrible to me. No coil up in the majority of these oscillators, and it's all indicative of a market that probably still has room to sell off. And I tell you what, while biotechs have a lot of stocks looking good, still stochastics, MACD still downtrending. TSV, yeah, we might have lower or higher highs and higher lows here, but that's pretty short term. And without MACD and with MACD, stochastics and RSI still signaling weakness, I wouldn't trust the bounce yet in biotechs. But however, you look at stocks like BIIB, they look great. LG&D missed my limit today, so I'm raising it back up, trying to get long. Stocks like PRAH, which aren't biotech related, look good, but I think FPRX, that's the right symbol. That was a recent biotech name. It's trending higher. So there's still some solid names out there, but overall, guys, it's pretty ugly. And if we just look at a price volume basis alone of the XBI or even the IBB, it's really hard to get excited about that. Where's all the green? Where's all the accumulation? What the hell are people talking about that they think that stocks look great here? Does BIIB look fine off the lows? Kind of. Not really. It's still really downtrending. There's really no accumulation off the lows. So I'm really confused by what everybody finds so bullish. Facebook's still trending higher. Yeah, Amazon's trending higher. Where the hell's the volume on these most recent moves? And Netflix too. I just don't see anything that's extremely convincing. And of course, this market continues to confound me. LG&D, like I said, didn't get my long position as I wanted to try to get it around the 110 area, trying to be too damn cute. So now I'll just go ahead and raise it back to about the 110.48 area, which was today's low a day. And WB, unfortunately, I don't like blaming other individuals for my own actions, but unfortunately, thanks to someone else that was not me, I did not have a decent night's sleep, and I screwed up and thought that, well, my internal body clock always gets me up for the market open. I made mention the new positions page that if WB is gapping up in the morning, meaning that the bid is higher than the close, 1890, which it was, I'd have the order into market and limit. Didn't wake up on time, and damn it, that proved costly as the stupid stock only opened up 9 cents from my limit and totally ran without me. I already have a position from earlier, but I was fully invested when this signal occurred, so I'm under invested in WB. So very unfortunate. I'll keep my limits on the book at 19, but absolutely unfortunate. The only signal tonight to take, there's no longs, there's no shorts, there's only one end-of-day sell. FIX is closing below the 50-day moving average on above average volume. The long was back here in October, so FIX is a full sell.